Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Crypto.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, everyone. This is Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours into your edge in the financial world. Today, we're going to talk about Nvidia. You know, some big news dropped yesterday. And I don't know if you've read the title yet, but the DoJ hit Nvidia with a subpoena yesterday. And we'll get into that.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's as big as it's going to appear, but we'll definitely have to dive into that later on. So let's dive in and get you prepped for success today. I'm gonna swap over to my screen. We've got Bitcoin pulled up for the morning, as I talked about yesterday.
Hi.
Yeah.
Real quick. You see that thing in the top left corner of the four corners?
Yeah.
Of the four screens?
Yeah.
What's it say? What's the first thing?
This one?
Why does yours say BTC overview and not crypto heat map first?
Oh. Well, I can swap that to like yours. But
it's all good.
I will swap that for tomorrow. That way we're on the same page.
Yeah, we need to be on the same page.
I didn't know that you had swapped it from Bitcoin overview first.
Yeah, well, I thought we did crypto fear and greed, and then we did the the heat maps first, and then we got into the charts.
Well, we can do that.
Good morning, Tony Soprano and Justin Eubanks. Thank you guys for being here.
Good morning. Good morning. I will continue with this overview, and then you can do your little overview. I was just going to touch on how yesterday I had talked about the fair value gap below us, and that we were probably coming down to it. So look at us in the fair value gap I talked about. It is not closed yet, though. So
what time frame is up?
This is a 4-hour chart. So that's basically all I really look at. 4 hours and the daily, and then I'll hit like 15 minutes for entries. So
gotcha.
We've got the stock heat map pulled up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's like
it hurts.
Yeah, Nvidia just dragging everything down. So we got Apple down 2.72%, Nvidia down 9.53%. That's a biggie. Kind of dragged the rest of the market down. We've got Berkshire Hathaway up 0.19%. We've got Amazon down 1.26%. We've got P&G and other non-consumables being the consumer non-durables, being the only market besides health services that is really green. So we've got Microsoft up down 1.85%. Google's down 3.68%. Meta's also down at negative 1.83%.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
just an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, this is the time that you look at accumulating. So, yeah, some of us have been waiting for this time frame. You know, I've been wanting to get in on Nvidia, but I wasn't gonna buy in when it's ripping. So this is a
Why not?
great opportunity. Yeah, because there's always a better entry. You know, I'm not saying there's always a better entry. Like I'm gonna put it off and put it off and put it off and never buy. I look at the chart. I'm like, oh, there's a better entry, and then I just wait for that better entry in the range. So why buy at the top of the range when you can buy at the bottom of the range?
So is it Nvidia or Nvidia?
Uh, well, it's technically Nvidia, but it's spelled Nvidia.
I've always wondered that. Is it
Oh, yeah.
Nvidia or Nvidia?
Yeah. It's
Put a poll in the chat.
you wait. I can't.
I can do it.
Okay.
I
Get
think.
get her done. Get her did. On the crypto side of things, we have Bitcoin down 1.63%. We've got Ethereum down 1.23%. Tether is still staying stable. That's what we like to see. BNB is down 3.67%. We've got Solana up 1.09%. XRP is down 1.17%. And we've got a big loser in the top 10 with Toncoin down 5.32%. So let me swap this over to the economic calendar. Today we've got 30-year mortgage rates and some other mortgage data. The big one out of that is going to be the mortgage applications. It is not a...
And
What was that?
I need those mortgage rates to come down, bro.
Same.
I'm trying to get a house.
I've started looking at houses myself because renting does not seem like the move here in my city. You can get like a 600 square foot 1-bedroom apartment for like 1,100, and I could
Oh,
just
Jesus.
I could just get a house cheaper than that. So
That's wild.
lower down at
You said
7:30.
applications.
Yes, applications. That's going to be the more bigger mover, because this is showing the people that are actually getting into the buying process. Also, the refinancing index is going to be a slight, but it's not as information heavy as your new applications. So we do have balance of trade for US and Canada today. So that is going to be a bigger mover. We also have exports and imports coming out this morning at the same time. That should be 8:30 this morning. 7:30 my time, so 8:30 Eastern. We also have factory orders month over month. This will be a light mover and nowhere close to being as big as the JOLTS job openings that we are looking for this morning. This will be one of the bigger impactors for the Fed's rate decision coming up. So
JOLTS is today?
yes, JOLTS is today.
Ooh.
Coming in at 9 my time. So
Okay. 9 Central, 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yep. And then later in the day, at market close, we do have API crude oil stock change. So that is also a biggie. You know, oil makes the world go round. At least on the economic side of things. So let me toss that over to you, and you can give the people your little Bitcoin overview for today, since I already did mine. Before we really dive into things.
Well, it looks like Asia sold off, guys. Of course they did. Yeah, I wasn't prepared. So here we go. All right, so we've been in this we've been ranging. Okay, we've been deviating outside of this range. We've deviated here, deviated here. Now we get another deviation. Hopefully, we can get back into the range and get back above $57,800. But the one that seems to be a real stickler is the 59,800, 750, 800, right in that range. This is the Blofin perp chart. It's going to be a little bit different than your Coinbase spot charts. It's going to be a little off on the price, but same market structure, of course. But yeah, yesterday we were thinking we were going to get at least a little bit higher, but we didn't. Instead, we met some resistance right there at that 57,800 and then absolutely collapsed. So came back down to this, like Black Chan pointed out, or BC Portcorp pointed out, came back down to this fair value gap. Got to stop there, but I don't know. If I go ahead and I turn on the Market Oracle Plus, we could see that we came up. There was a perfect quantum reactor kiss and pushed right off of it. So I believe this had a sell signal on it as well. Maybe on a lower time frame. Oh, this says prophecy trend. Change that to trend. There we go. Yeah, it had a strong sell signal here. Then you come back, get the back test on that quantum reactor, and then that is where you would go short from. And then, yeah, I mean, we've got 2 take profits already on here. There's only one more signal that the chart prime gives, and that is the max profit. That tells you when it is time to get out because there's likely a reversal in play. And we do not have one of those in at the moment. So just kind of basically, I mean, got to hold this low here at about 56,004. 54,500. Okay, 54,500. Hold that low there, and we're okay. But if we zoom out a little bit, we're even better than that. If we go to the daily, I would love to see us come down into this box of this daily wick right here. Let's get rid of Market Oracle so we can see a little better. But this daily wick right here, if we can get into this box, get a candle body close on the daily. Come on. There we go. Get a candle body close on the daily inside of this box in between. Well, what happened? 49,000 and 53,900. If we can get a close within that box, it doesn't matter what we wick. If we wick like this, if we wick outside the box, that's fine. As long as we get a close inside the box and then we come back out of the box, that would be, in my experience and in one of my strategies, that's a double bottom, a technical double bottom. And if we get that double bottom, then obviously that would be a reversal signal. And then we could expect higher prices or expect a reversal probabilistically. Would not be surprised to see that at all. Let's go ahead and pull a fib from the low to the high of this whole range. And I mean, that we have the 618 right there. So if we're at this 0.5, kind of holding that. If we're holding that, I mean, the thing is like this can stay down here for a little while on the daily. Not too long. You don't want it to run for too long. Eventually it does play itself out, like expire, that type of trade. But if we could get down in here within the next week or two and then get a reversal, then I mean that would be beautiful. That's what I would be looking for, is something like this to come finally and wrap this whole trading range up and then get out of here. Otherwise, if we lose that and we break down, I don't know. It doesn't look pretty. I mean, we could still come down and, we're still fine as long as we're holding that 38K. But, and like I was saying yesterday, I mean, we're still technically in a bull run until we take out wave 1, which would be right here at about 32.2. So technically we would still be okay. But Hey guys, let me ask you, BC. Have you noticed how Bitcoin tends to kind of like lead the market, kind of in a way? Like it's been going down and to the right for quite some time, while Nvidia and everything else has been kind of, or the Magnificent Seven, they've all been going up. And maybe Bitcoin will wrap up its correction before they wrap up theirs. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we've got the 10-week sitting right here, 10-week SMA, and I would like to get back above that. We're below it. So to me, anytime we're below it, the 10-week SMA, we are bearish. Anytime we're above it, we're bullish. Just simple as that. And it's starting to come down, which gives us an opportunity to get back above it and start trading above it. And for today, it's just kind of like, I mean, everything's in the red. Money flows in the red. Trend fusions in the red. True sevens in the red. The volume metrics in the red. Everything's in the red. Power bar is like going insanely red. We do have a reversal signal at the top here that came in that helped push that price down. So now I just want to see another one of these little green arrows on the downside, and for things to start turning back green and to the upside in order for me to feel comfortable and going long. But for now, I am just any kind of move up, I'm going to be trying to short into some liquidity. Any kind of move up into liquidity, I'm going to try to short until something changes with the price action. Right now, it's not looking good. Not really sure today. You know, if we got JOLTS jobs openings, and it could be a pretty volatile day. Might even see a nice little push to the upside here, but I would not count on it. And if it does get a nice push to the upside, then I'm looking for some resistance here at 57.5, because that is where we found some support. We bounced a little bit and then pushed down. And this would be a order block right here. These 3 candles to the upside, because that is showing the sell-off in real time. That's the sell-off. You think of this, this is the sell-off, because this is price coming into supply, and then the supply is released and you dump. So this is the sell-off. This is the bigger sell-off. This is the buy-up, really. If you're thinking like a market maker, you're buying. This is your selling. This is your buying. So yeah, 56.8. That's on the hourly. I can come down to the 5-minute. I could do some deeper stuff later, but I need to look at this for a minute before I can get into that on the lower time frame stuff. So,
All right. Well,
PC.
while you look at all that, I will get the fear and greeds for the people, and then we'll hop into that Nvidia article, because it is a doozy.
What are the people saying?
We've got All Set saying good morning. We've got Tradefly in here at
Tradefly.
yeah,
My
nice
guy.
and early, saying good morning. We've got Mocho and Kyle Fields saying good morning. And
Good morning. Good morning.
Kyle Fields asking, is there always a show this early? And I told him there is now. This is a,
Yeah.
a regular occurrence.
This is now. There is now.
Oh, yeah. So, on the stock fear and greed, we've got 54 sitting at neutral. I would expect this to come down a little lower, as we will probably see some more bleeding in the markets, especially with this big article on Nvidia that is going to come right after this. We've got crypto sitting in fear at 27. I am looking for extreme fear on this move down. That will be my indicator to put some more into my hodl bags. I have been waiting for more accumulation. So those have been a nice little accumulation indicator when we hit those extreme fears. So let me swap over to this Nvidia article. Sorry for the brightness. There was no option for a dark mode. So I'm sorry for the people's
apologize.
eyes. I'm sorry
Don't
for your
apologize.
eyeballs.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up, people. It's okay to look at a bright screen, all right? People are so sensitive these days, even their eyes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, to me, this is extra bright, and I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
I got a bright light in my face. I'm all right.
So we have Nvidia gets subpoenaed by the U.S. DOJ, and this dropped yesterday at about 5:30. The news came out on it. So September 3rd, Reuters, the U.S. Department of Justice has sent a subpoena to Nvidia as it deepens its probe into the AI-heavy antitrust practices, Bloomberg News reported on Tuesday, citing people familiar with the investigation. The antitrust watchdog has previously delivered questionnaires and has sent legally binding requests to Nvidia, the report said, adding that other companies had also received subpoenas. Officials are concerned that the chip maker is making it harder to switch to other suppliers and penalizes buyers that do not exclusively use its artificial intelligence chips, the report said. Nvidia wins on merit as reflected in our benchmark results and value to customers who can choose whatever solution is best for them, a spokesperson from the company said. Last month, the information reported by the Department of Justice had launched an investigation into the company after complaints from competitors that it abused its market dominance. The subpoena comes at a delicate time for AI-related companies as investors recalibrate expectations around the technologies amid worries about slow payoffs from hefty investments into it. The company said last week it has received requests for information from regulators in the U.S. and South Korea regarding its investments, partnerships, and agreements with other companies. It has also received inquiries from the EU, UK, and China. Nvidia's quarterly forecast, which fell short of investors' expectations last week, has also softened optimism around AI. The company shares fell 1.5% in extended trading on Tuesday after losing 9.5% in the regular session, slashing Nvidia's market capitalization by $279 billion, a record one-day loss for the company. So, I know this is a pretty heavy hitter of an article to come out at the end of a day, you know. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it before I kind of dive into everything I have pulled up in accordance with it so that you can get back to any chartery that you might need to do.
Chartery.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed up the whole list on TradingView. Thank you for bringing it back over here and not making me thank you, TradingView, but you still made it weird, but it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I agree with Tony in the chat. He said FUD.
Most definitely.
I think that's your views as well. Yeah, because I think it's just, I don't know, man. It seems like a narrative type of deal. It happens after hours too. Like, I don't know that it happened after hours though. I think it was released. It might have been like right at after hours or something.
Yeah,
but either way,
because you sent it to me around 4. Either one of those though is after market close. Because for us, 3 o'clock is market close because 4 Eastern. So
yeah, so sounds like the puppet masters pulling the puppet strings wanted lower Nvidia prices. Nancy Pelosi. So yeah, I don't know. It's just FUD. It kind of just seems like I mean, maybe it'll go lower, but I would buy. I'm buying Nvidia still. I don't care. I don't care. I have to look at the chart, but I would still buy Nvidia probably.
I mean, I've got the chart pulled up in the background. It's one of those correlating things that I had with the news. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
um, I do have some other things that I would like to pull up in accordance with this article because, there was complaints that they're not allowed to. They make it hard to switch to your competitor. Well, who's Nvidia's competitor? Oh, we have AMD over here, and their best chip that they make for your average consumer is 44% worse than Nvidia's chip. Whoa, that's crazy.
44% in what way? What do we?
Effective speed. You have your average score being 50% worse, and this is benchmark tests that are done from all around the world. So,
Hmm.
overclocked score, Nvidia's 48% better. So if you're using this with AI, you are going to be overclocked so that you can get max speeds. So, I don't know, like this is a massive difference. You're not talking, oh, they're just slightly better. You're talking magnitudes of order greater than their best competitor, which is AMD with their 7900 XTX. And yes, is it massively more expensive? But you're getting a lot more in comparison, where speeds are 44% better, which is a lot when you're dealing with a program that needs to run at massively high speeds. You also have here's a list on benchmarks where you have Nvidia's 4090, which is their top card, scoring at 370 on a benchmark test from it's a score out of, I believe it's around 400. So you have Nvidia's 4080 Super, which is their next lowest card, coming in with a score at 300. You have Nvidia's 4080, which is their base on that, coming in with a score of 290. And then you have AMD here with their best card scoring 257 on a benchmark test. But look at this. Look at this. The 4070, which is Nvidia's next lowest, which is their like fourth from the top, is 250. So it's not even much better than their low tier card. There's minuscule difference. So who is their real competitor when you're talking about AI chips? It's clearly not AMD. Nvidia is top of the market for a reason. They make the best product. They're not doing any other business practices that other companies don't do. If you make an agreement for sales to buy a certain amount of chips each quarter, and you don't fulfill that agreement, you're probably gonna get punished for it. Oh, well, you won't get as nice of a deal on your next buy-in. You bought crappier chips on top of that, so you didn't get the results that you were wanting anyways. You had a little question? Sorry, I was on
What's
a
the
tear.
purpose? Yeah. What's the purpose of antitrust laws?
Antitrust laws are to keep any one company from cornering the market and being able to control.
Monopoly.
Yep. To monopolize the market and basically just smack down everyone. Smack down all competition, but like when you have something that is their best card is 44% better than the competition's best card, is there really competition? You're monopolizing the market for a reason, because you make something that is magnitudes better than any other company is able to do.
All right, make it a note. Blackie Chan is okay with monopolies.
I didn't say that.
That's what you're arguing a monopoly. You're arguing for a monopoly. Just say you're okay with monopolies, and it's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just say you're okay with monopolies.
Well, it's not technically a monopoly when you have other companies.
When you have competitors. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Do they have a lesser market share? But they have a lesser market share for a reason.
Yeah,
because they suck. Like, all right, I got Nvidia's chart pulled up on that. See, and we got Bluff City Breaks saying AMD chips suck so bad. Yes, yes, they do. Which is why when I built my friend a PC last year, and he was like, "What card do I get?" And I was like, "Well, here you go. Here's a Nvidia card." And he went and was like, "But here's this AMD card for $200. I was like, "Well, you go ahead and you buy that, and then you come back to me in a week and tell me how you feel." And he bought that AMD card. He was like, "Why does it suck so bad? Why are these graphics terrible?" And I was like, "Because you didn't listen to me. You should have just got this. Like, yes, is it marginally more expensive? Yes. But is the results that you're going to get from getting a marginally more expensive card worth it? Yes, all day long. All day long. You get what you pay for. This is capitalism 101.
Well, soon enough, it's just gonna crash and burn. So yeah.
Oh yeah. AMD should have just stuck with making processors. They do it very, very well.
Looked. I was talking about Nvidia. They're gonna crash and burn.
Oh no, I doubt it.
No, they're stock.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it'll crash that hard.
Maybe not burn. Not burn.
It'll crash, but it won't burn. They're not going nowhere. There is no competition against them.
That's true.
But I do have Nvidia's chart pulled up.
There was no competition for pets.com either.
You're talking about a different time frame.
Way completely different.
That was
completely different thing altogether.
Oh yeah, that was a crash because the internet was brand new and oversaturated. So,
speaking of which, this has got nothing to do with anything. But I did see an ad is popping up on the YouTube video. We should have ads turned off, but yeah, because Piper doesn't do the advertisements on the channel. But because instead we have aviation coffee. Get you some aviation coffee discount below, and yeah. I don't know. I don't even think he gets kickbacks for that.
I think I pushed the wrong button when setting the stream up this morning. I was in a rush.
Why were you in a rush? I was late.
Well, maybe that's why I was in a rush.
Yeah. All right, what do you got for the Nvidia chart? No video.
Yeah, we do have this range that just like Bitcoin that we ended up making. I do have a fib extension pulled from this low here at 75.75 cents. That was made back in April. And I pulled it to the high over here at let's see, what is that? 140. So we are coming back down to this 236. We are in a downtrend just like the rest of the markets. Surprise, surprise, it doesn't move differently than the rest of the markets. But I am looking at accumulating down here when we start getting back to this 100 even range. I don't know how much lower we'll break from it, because if you look here, there is massive buying pressure at the $100 range. So just a little longer view on Nvidia. I would expect it to come down to that $100 range before we start turning around. You do have an oversold indicator on your prime oscillator, with a divergence and a bottom indicator, you are starting to see a little bit of volume going to the downside. So that's why I'm looking at that $100 range for an accumulation, because I've been holding off on accumulating Nvidia because I was sure that we were gonna get a good price on it. And over here, I was loading up my crypto bags, so I was not looking at Nvidia at that time.
Well, there was no reason to.
Yeah, not really. Do you have a chart for the peoples?
I mean, this is just Nvidia. I was just gonna show what I mean. You have the exact same thing up, but I just wanted to show how it just came up to. Wait, there we go. I was trying to show how it came up to the 786 retracement from the high to the low here, and then up to the 786 retracement. Typically, if you get a bounce or a rejection off of that, that is not good. However, 786 retracement is for a retracement, so that means that we can get back and keep churning, keep going to the upside. Because it is a 786 bounce. Now, if it rejected off the 50, that would be, sorry, that's 618. Bounce off the 618 or the 50 or the 382. If it had come up to these and then came down, then I would expect for price to come down lower for almost certainly. But since it made it all the way up to the 786, it's kind of it's almost like the last, especially on the daily chart, almost like the last stand for bears on a retracement rally. So, but we did get a consolidation kind of underneath it, and I guess it's more of a distribution since we came down. But yeah, I mean, really, I mean, to hit retracements and got a rejection off of it, so not really too surprised there. Let's go ahead and add. I thought I had no, 0.114. Okay, so this low right here, 96.40. Is that no 236? That's what's missing. Why is my 236 not on here? That's weird. 0.236. There we go. So right here at about 102.31, 102.51, 102.51. I could see price coming down here and testing that level. Let's. I mean, we're already pre-market at 105, so coming down another 2.5, 3% would not be surprising, especially given the subpoena news. So yeah, I mean, like you were saying, it's pretty much a good buy price anywhere inside of this box. This is where we've came from, so we've come what we bounced off of. So would not be surprised, or wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe pick some up down here inside of this box as market opens. Not that it can't go lower, but if you're dollar cost averaging, I think this would be a good time to pick some Nvidia up. Not financial advice, just one lowly man's opinion. Dude, that's all I got on Nvidia. I don't really. Yeah, that's it.
Do you have any other charts you want to show the people?
Not ready for.
Not ready for it?
Not that I'm ready for.
All right. Well, I will hop over to the Dixie. I've got the Dixie pulled up on the 4-hour. We did consolidate here at this 101.5 range. So I am looking for a slight move up back to this 102 range that I've been talking about. And I would keep your eye on the Jolts jobs for that little move up on that. That will probably drag some of the rest of the market up as well. we'd probably see Bitcoin moving lockstep with it because, that's what it's been doing this bull run. So until that trend breaks, I would keep my eye on that. We have seen that be a strong marker for the dollar recently. So that 102 range is going to be very strong resistance. So after that, I would have my eye on a movement lower back down to this 101 range. So just something to keep your eye on for the Dixie. I don't know if you had anything else for the peoples that you can pull up for them, but if anyone has an alt they would like us to look at, we can probably fit in one or two.
Maybe. Crypto Billy. I don't think he can hear me. Oh, wait. Yeah, you got me back on the screen. Crypto Billy, what's going on, my guy? Trade intuition, or as I like to call him, T.I. Joe. What is going on, brothers? Hope you are doing well. Is that an L. Jones? Is that an L. Jones spotting? No, it's lasers. Hello, lasers. Good morning. Good morning to all of you people. Beautiful, beautiful people. All right, I got the SPY up. Just wanted to touch on this real quick. After going over Nvidia, we could see that it actually came up to the 886. That's actually a pretty strong retracement on the S&P. So this kind of gives me a little bit of hope for the market. This was a strong retracement. We made it through all of the retracement levels. And so now the next level is just the all-time high. So getting a little pullback, especially to the 10-week SMA. So not surprised at all that we would get a pullback before we continued higher. I mean, typically you get a nice big dump before you move higher because market makers got to go down to grab liquidity before moving to the upside. But what I really want to see is for the Russell over here, the Russell 2000. This is your 2000 small cap companies on the market. It's still chugging along. It's above the quantum reactor. The quantum reactor is green. It's still looking okay. But this is going to be the one that shows signals to us if it gets turned around that we're in a risk-on environment. If the Russell 2000 is moving to the upside, then we are in a risk-on environment because people are putting their money into riskier small cap plays. So that just signals to us, the layman's, hey, the big guys are going risk on. Maybe we should go risk on, right? So, yeah, just what is it doing right now? Let's see. We're kind of back testing. We broke out of this range, came back into the range to the bottom of it, and then popped right back above this level here. So, I mean, man, between the Russell and the SPY, I think we are in better shape than it appears, than it looks at first glance. But if you're just looking at like an individual stock like Nvidia, but looking at the SPY and the Russell is kind of like, I mean, we're holding good levels. We're not doing anything too crazy, in my opinion. I mean, these are your indexes, so you could be that Nvidia might be taking a tumble, but we start looking at smaller caps and maybe they start picking up some of that liquidity, and we're getting kind of a rotation in the market where people are taking profits on Nvidia and they're going to start putting them into the small caps stocks and into crypto. So we do have that flow of liquidity from stocks, from the big stocks into the small cap stocks, into crypto, into altcoins. Everything just kind of rotates and moves around, and it's your goal, in my opinion, to pick stuff up when it's low and sell when it's high. So if things are low, if there's blood in the streets, we said it yesterday, if there's blood in the streets, you want to buy you want to buy your own blood, right? BC.
Most definitely. You want to double down on that sometimes.
Alexandra G in the chat, the mod queen. Thank you for being here and telling the good people to to smash the likes, because that's the number one way to help us in a YouTube algorithm, and it's completely free. There you go.
I do have Adam pulled up because that was requested. I could not find the other asset that was asked for, so I will take a look and see if I can find that later on, just to see if it's worth a look at. But Adam here is coming down to all-time lows. This is a very, very, very ugly chart, and I say this, and I own some. It's all staked, though. It does have a very decent APY, and that's basically the only reason I have it. I bought in back here in October, so I am down a little bit, but the APY is the only reason I hold. We are coming up to the $3, the $4, and it's like 390 on that. So we have strong support on that back here. This was back in 2020. So we got 3 touches on that over here before we made a move up. This is very strong support, but I am looking at us losing that, and probably coming down to this very, very low range. We have some highs over here from back in 2020, which was, let's see, $3.20. So somewhere around there would be another point where we could make a reversal, but this is all dependent on the rest of the market. If you have strong conviction in this project, which, I mean, the technology is very sound, I would look at some DCAs into it. But other than that, me personally, I would not be buying any of this because it is a scary chart. So I will toss that back over to the dual person screen so that we can talk the people out.
Yeah, I was just looking at this moon well.
Oh, you got it pulled up? Let me toss that over to you then.
I got it on the coin market cap. I don't know what this is. Anything that's got moon in the name, I'm kind of just not even really thinking about it. So, but let's see. Moonwell News: Coinbase invests in 40 startups founded by former employees, says CEO Brian Armstrong. So I'm gonna guess that maybe this Moonwell was invested in by Brian Armstrong. Coinbase, one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges globally, has been actively supporting the growth of blockchain ecosystem by investing in startups. According to CEO Brian Armstrong, Coinbase has invested in 40 startups founded by former employees. Armstrong shared this information on X, revealing that these startups include prominent names like DeFi Exchange, DYDX, Decentralized Social Network, Farcaster, and on-chain social network Zora. This move not only highlights Coinbase's commitment to fostering innovation, but also underscores the significant role its alumni play in shaping the future of the crypto industry. So I'm going to guess that, okay, yeah, right here. Driving the adoption of digital collectible, Moonwell, founded 2022. Moonwell is a decentralized lending protocol that has raised $25 million. It provides a platform for users to lend and borrow digital assets in a secure and decentralized environment. Sounds like DeFi is something that I would stay away from until it proves itself, because I'm that's just how I am with DeFi. But yep, 6:30.
Well,
Hello.
Let me hop over to the dual cam and we can wrap the people out. So thank you for everyone that showed up. It's been a pleasure to bring this early morning show to you. It's a real enjoyment to sit here and talk to you people and give you what you ask for. So we're here to
All
provide
before
you.
work.
Yep, we're here to
We both
provide you
gotta
with
go to
what you
work.
need.
Yeah. Yeah, we wake up in the morning, early in the morning before we have to go to work. We get ready for work right after. Well, you might get ready for work. I got to change it to a uniform. So, but yeah, we would just wake up early to give ourselves alpha and help give you alpha at the same time. We go over stuff the day before, together and try to bring you guys some of the stuff that we some other people may not be touching on, even though Nvidia will obviously be touched on today, probably. We'll see.
I would
But
expect that
and
to
then
be the
tomorrow,
headlines everywhere.
yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow's show though, because today's probably gonna be kind of crazy. So we'll see. But I got some other stuff that I want to bring up tomorrow as well. So it'll be fun. Be good times. So show up tomorrow, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
And make sure to
And
tune in to Piper Academy at 9:30 Eastern Time and the Crypto Nightcap at 8:30 Eastern Time. That's going to be here on this channel later today. So tune in and get the rest of the alpha because, we just do a small part.
very tiny.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
Mad love. Have a radical day. Go ahead, Black or BC.
Everyone, wake up.
Because today's gonna be a good day.